Across the vast and untamed plains of Africa, life pulses with unmatched intensity. Here, every breath is earned through struggle, a constant test against hunger, drought, and silent predators waiting for the right moment. Nothing is guaranteed in a land where nature rules without compromise. In this unforgiving world, balance is preserved by an ancient and unyielding law. Some must fall so that countless others can move forward. It is a natural cycle that may appear harsh, yet it sustains life in its most authentic form. Predators sharpen their instincts, prey refine their speed and awareness, and the smallest creatures survive through unexpected ingenuity. Each sunrise signals the beginning of new trials. In a single day, a frantic chase may unfold, a deadly confrontation may occur, or survival may be secured through sheer perseverance. And still, within this raw struggle, Africa reveals a rare beauty, one that exists only where life clings fiercely to every moment. Millions of years ago, Mount Lengai scattered a unique ash across the land, rich in calcium and phosphorus. That volcanic gift transformed the soil, giving rise to grasses of exceptional nutritional value among the most fertile on Earth. For this reason, wildebeest do not follow rainfall alone. They are also guided by an ancient geological memory. The mineral ash continues to nourish vast plains, spreading like a living mantle over ancient basalt rock. Within the endless cycle of life, the wildebeest migration is more than a journey for survival. It is a powerful expression of the planet's natural rhythm. An immense herd, estimated at nearly 1.5 million animals, remains in constant motion. Each year, they complete a circuit of roughly 200 miles across the Serengeti Mara ecosystem, an area spanning over 11,600 square miles. Half of this passage unfolds across Tanzania's Serengeti Plains, while the remainder stretches into Kenya's Masai Mara National Reserve. Nothing along this route is left to chance. Every shift follows an order shaped by survival instinct. The goals are clear: locate fresh grazing, secure reliable water, and reach safe grounds for calving, the three pillars that sustain life in the African savanna. rainfall transforms a region and new green growth emerges, the herd moves without hesitation. Old ranges are left behind not from neglect, but because life demands forward motion. The great river crossings, where hundreds of thousands confront the jaws of Nile crocodiles, create scenes that are both harrowing and awe-inspiring. Each migration season, an estimated 35,000 pounds of animal remains enter the rivers. Yet this loss becomes nourishment for the aquatic world. Phosphorus levels rise by more than 450%. Carbon nearly doubles, and nitrogen increases by 78%. In this way, nutrients are rapidly recycled, enriching riverbeds and sustaining countless forms of life. Every hoofbeat does more than ensure the survival of the herd. It feeds the land itself. In their endless movement, wildebeest carry the deep heartbeat of East Africa, binding geology, grass, water, and life into a single enduring rhythm. The sun is only beginning to rise over the Nudu Plains. A thin veil of mist still clings to the ground as the cool morning air settles across the landscape. In the hush of dawn, a coalition of lionesses moves carefully toward their target. They have tracked the wildebeest herd since nightfall, and now the timing is perfect. One young animal starts to lag behind, and the hunters know the window of opportunity will be brief. Two lionesses glide silently along the flanks, positioning themselves to steer the herd toward a vulnerable zone. At the same time, another waits ahead, concealed in the grass, prepared to block the escape at the critical moment. The wildebeest sense the threat hooves strike the soil. Bodies leap in alarm, and order dissolves into chaos. The herd surges toward open ground. In an instant, the hidden lioness bursts from the grass. power and precision combine as she accelerates to nearly 60 kilometers per hour. Her claws lock into the prey's side, and a decisive grip to the throat cuts off both airflow and circulation. Within moments, the chase is over. The remaining wildebeest scatter across the plain, leaving the fallen animal behind. Among lions, males with darker, fuller manes typically carry higher testosterone levels, signaling strength, dominance, and defensive capability. Mane color and density are closely linked to reproductive fitness and social rank. The cubs, meanwhile, are not limited to a single mother. They may nurse from any lactating female within the pride, even if she is not their biological parent. This shared care greatly improves cub survival and strengthens the social bonds that hold the pride together. Spotted hyenas are equally attuned to the brief season when wildebeest calves are born almost simultaneously. Hyenas are equally attuned to the brief season when wildebeest calves are born almost simultaneously. Their image as mere scavengers tells only part of the story. They are highly effective predators, capable of bringing down adult wildebeest, zebras, and even young hippos. In fact, an estimated 60 to 95% of their diet comes from animals they hunt themselves. One hyena singles out a newborn wildebeest and weaves through the moving mass of the herd, closing in on the calf. A powerful bite lands on the hip, but the mother reacts instantly. Head lowered and horns aimed forward. She charges the attacker while steering her calf back toward the protective ring of the herd. The Ngorongoro crater is more than an ideal landscape for ambush. It also serves as a natural stronghold for hyena societies. Within an area of less than 15 square miles, densities can reach nearly 470 individuals, among the highest concentrations ever recorded. Far beyond the crater, across the open plains of the Serengeti, another relentless hunt unfolds. spotted hyenas operate with striking coordination, moving with the discipline of a trained unit. Small teams of 3 to 5 break away from the clan, spreading out into carefully spaced positions. Their success relies less on bursts of speed and more on extraordinary endurance. A chase may last from 1 to 3 miles. This is not a sudden strike, but a sustained test of stamina. Hyenas do not need to outrun their prey only to outlast it. When exhaustion takes hold, the first decisive bites seal the outcome. With jaws capable of exerting over 1,000 pounds of pressure, even a spine can be crushed. Unlike many predators, hyenas leave almost nothing behind. Bones, hooves, cartilage, and even teeth are broken down and consumed. Ecologically, they rank among nature's most efficient recyclers. By eliminating remains entirely, they reduce disease risks, return nutrients to the soil, and help maintain the balance of the savanna ecosystem. The plain zebra carries a coat marked by a pattern found nowhere else in nature. No two individuals share the same arrangement of stripes. This uniqueness not only helps researchers identify them, but also allows zebras to recognize one another within herds numbering in the thousands. Amid the apparent chaos of the savanna, these stripes act like a personal signature. Why zebras evolved such markings has intrigued scientists for decades. When they cluster together, the stripes visually overlap, creating a shifting illusion that makes it difficult for predators like lions to single out a target. Recent studies also suggest that the polarized light reflected by the stripes disrupts the navigation of horseflies and biting flies, lowering the chance of insect attacks. Beneath the bold black and white contrasts is an animal built for endurance. A plain zebra can reach speeds of nearly 64 kilometers per hour. During the Great Migration, their role is far more than that of followers. They move ahead of the herds, feeding on coarse, dry grasses and clearing the way for fresh, nutrient-rich shoots that later sustain millions of wildebeest. Their journey is shared, and their survival is tightly linked. This strategy allows zebras to cross landscapes low in nutrients while quietly shaping the ecosystem itself. Satellite tracking has recorded more than 250,000 zebras taking part in this annual movement. Their hippocampus, the brain region responsible for spatial memory, is especially well developed, enabling them to navigate vast distances with remarkable accuracy. At the center of the Ndutu Plains lies Lake Ndutu, a highly alkaline body of water where pH levels can rise to 10.5. While these conditions are inhospitable to most aquatic species, the lake's high sodium carbonate content creates an ideal setting for microalgae such as spirulina to thrive. These algae form the primary food source for vast flocks of flamingos that arrive with the seasonal rains. During years of heavy rainfall, Lake Ndutu can become a gathering point for hundreds of thousands of lesser flamingos, the smallest of all flamingo species. They are also the most numerous, with an estimated population of over 2.2 million across East Africa. Despite their fragile appearance, these birds are highly resilient, flourishing in extreme environments marked by alkaline waters, heated mud, and intense climatic conditions. Their diet is made up almost entirely of cyanobacteria and diatoms, organisms rich in carotenoids, the pigments responsible for their distinctive pink-orange coloration. Their curved bills contain more than 10,000 fine filtering plates, enabling them to strain water up to 20 times per second. This remarkably efficient feeding system stands as one of nature's most sophisticated biological filtration mechanisms. The puff adder is one of Africa's most well-known venomous snakes and a master of ambush. Its name comes from a distinctive defensive display when threatened. It inflates its body and releases a loud, explosive hiss. Long, hinged fangs drive deep into the flesh of its target, delivering venom that can cause severe tissue damage, blistering, and without medical treatment, even the loss of a limb. According to the World Health Organization, this species is responsible for more human fatalities than any other snake in Africa. Yet even with its potent venom and near-perfect camouflage, the puff adder yields to an unexpected opponent, the secretary bird. Named for its gray plumage and the long feathers at the back of its head that resemble old-fashioned quill pens, this bird breaks the mold of typical raptors. Rather than hunting from the sky, the secretary bird is a specialized ground predator. It is especially famous for its ability to hunt and kill snakes, including highly dangerous species such as cobras and puff adders. Each powerful strike of its long, scaled legs delivers a force several times its own body weight in a fraction of a second. These blows are not only fast, but precisely aimed, most often targeting the head or neck, allowing the bird to neutralize its prey with remarkable efficiency. With every heavy stride that presses deep impressions into the soil, the commanding outline of the African savanna elephant comes into view. Its sheer size and overwhelming strength make it an animal few dare to challenge, so formidable that even Nile crocodiles tend to keep their distance. This species is the largest land mammal on Earth with adult males standing over 4 meters tall and weighing well beyond 15,000 pounds. Its massive ears, shaped much like the African continent itself, fan constantly through the air. Beneath the thick skin lies an intricate network of blood vessels that helps release excess heat, acting as a natural cooling system. The trunk, astonishingly flexible and powerful, contains more than 40,000 muscles and serves countless purposes, from drawing up water to communicating and handling food. As the herd approaches the Grumeti River, their goal is not only to drink, but also to assess the hidden dangers within its murky waters. Adults pause for long moments, scanning the surroundings with careful attention. The calves, fragile and easily startled, are guided into the center as larger individuals form a protective ring around them. Every decision is shaped by the experience and memory of the matriarch, the oldest female in the group. A fully grown elephant must consume roughly 150 kilograms of vegetation and more than 50 gallons of water each day. When grasslands dry out, their curved tusks are used to dig shallow wells, reaching underground water that sustains both the herd and other animals. Those same ivory tusks, symbols of power and grace, also mark a profound tragedy. They are the reason thousands of elephants are killed illegally each year. Yet despite this threat, elephants remain essential to the balance of the Serengeti. They are true architects of the landscape. What they leave behind is far more than waste. Elephant dung is rich in nutrients and scattered with seeds, carried across vast distances. In this way, each passing herd helps new trees take root and supports the long-term renewal of the savanna. After crossing the Grumeti River, the vast wildebeest herd presses on in search of fresh grazing grounds. But ahead lies a predator unlike any other one that has mastered cooperation to an extraordinary degree: the African wild dog. At first glance, they appear almost like living mosaics, their coats marked with irregular patches of black, white, tan, and gold. No two individuals look alike. These distinctive patterns help them blend into the surrounding vegetation. But camouflage alone is not what defines their success. Their long, lean legs are built for endurance. With only 4 toes on each foot and no dew claws, their limbs reduce drag and conserve energy during extended chases. Large rounded ears swivel constantly, acting as highly sensitive receivers that pick up distant sounds across the open plains. When a hunt begins, a small group breaks away to identify a target. They start with a steady trot, forcing the chosen animal to burn energy over time. As the pursuit unfolds, different pack members rotate in and out, maintaining relentless pressure without exhausting any single hunter. The turning point comes when the prey hesitates for just a fraction of a second. In that instant, the entire pack surges forward, reaching speeds of over 60 kilometers per hour. The formation tightens with remarkable precision, each dog moving in sync, guided by instinct and experience shaped over countless generations. According to research from the Wildlife Conservation Society, African wild dogs succeed in roughly 70 to 90% of their hunts, the highest success rate among large carnivores. Their dominance is not built on sheer strength, but on flawless teamwork and unity. The marabou stork, often called the Undertaker bird, earns this name not only from its somber appearance, but from its crucial role as one of nature's most efficient recyclers. Its bare head and neck are a vital adaptation, preventing bacteria and decaying fluids from clinging to feathers when it feeds on carcasses. If these areas were feathered, harmful organic matter could easily accumulate and lead to serious infections. This species ranks among the largest flying birds on land. A marabou stork can stand nearly 1.5 meters tall, with a wingspan that stretches well beyond 3 meters. Despite its imposing size, it remains relatively lightweight thanks to the hollow structure of the bones in its legs and feet. Once airborne, it can soar to altitudes exceeding 4,500 meters, gliding effortlessly for long periods as it scans the landscape for remains. Marabou storks often work alongside vultures as part of the savanna's cleanup crew. While vultures tear through tough hide with their hooked beaks, the marabou uses its long, heavy, wedge-shaped bill to reach deep into body cavities, accessing tissue left behind. Together, they ensure that little is wasted and that the cycle of renewal continues. A small antelope keeps pace with the immense wildebeest herds as they cross the open plains. To watchful predators, especially cheetahs, it appears to be an inviting target. This is the Thompson's gazelle. In a landscape where survival hinges on speed and awareness, it embodies a balance of elegance and vulnerability that endures within the harsh reality of the savanna. Its true defense is remarkable athleticism, capable of reaching speeds close to 56 miles per hour. The gazelle pairs sheer velocity with sudden, precise changes in direction that force even the fastest hunters to anticipate every move with care. When danger draws near, it launches into stiff vertical leaps, lifting all four legs from the ground at once. This behavior, known as stotting, serves both as a warning to predators and a display of strength to others nearby. The Thompson's gazelle does not set the course of the migration. Instead, it stays along the edges or toward the rear of the moving herds, not out of fear, but strategy. From these positions, it remains less conspicuous, conserves energy, and still takes advantage of the routes cleared by larger animals ahead. Small in stature, yet essential, the Thompson's gazelle plays a crucial role in the savanna's fragile ecological balance. Each stride is a reminder that even among giants, the survival of the smallest helps maintain the rhythm and stability of the landscape. The leopard moves through the savanna alone, quiet, cautious, and unseen. It survives not through numbers or dominance, but through concealment and perfect timing. This is a predator built on contrasts, a compact frame carrying remarkable strength, paired with an ability to disappear almost completely. Unlike lions, leopards avoid direct conflict. Their survival depends on remaining unnoticed. The rosette patterns of their coat break up their outline, blending seamlessly with dappled light in the trees or the shadows cast by rocks, making them masters of natural disguise. In near silence, the leopard studies its surroundings, measuring distance and opportunity with patience and precision. One of its most striking abilities is the power to haul prey far heavier than itself into the branches of a tree. This feat reflects not only strength, but refined skill. Its climbing ability, both upward and downward, is enhanced by an unusual anatomical adaptation, exceptionally flexible ankles. Unlike most cats, a leopard can rotate its rear ankles almost 180 degrees. This allows it to grip tree trunks with its hind claws while descending head first, maintaining remarkable balance and control. With this advantage, trees become both secure escape routes and nearly inaccessible storage sites. Leopards do not share their kills. They drag their prey into the canopy, where they can feed in safety, beyond the reach of scavengers such as hyenas and lions. More than a hunter, the leopard is a tactician, an embodiment of intelligence and adaptability in the African wilderness. Solitary life demands constant awareness. There is no pride to rely on. Every hunt, every meal is earned alone. Females raise their cubs without assistance, hiding them in dense cover or secluded shelters to keep them safe. Even so, survival is never guaranteed. Cubs and adults alike face threats from larger predators. Yet among Africa's big cats, the leopard is the most versatile. It occupies open grasslands, thick forests, and rugged mountain slopes alike. This adaptability explains its wide range, while also forcing it to coexist with more dominant predators, sharpening its skill at avoidance over confrontation. Stealth, quiet strength, and calculated intelligence define the leopard, a hunter both formidable and elusive, unseen until the moment the hunt is complete. Chimpanzees emerge from the dense, rain-soaked greenery, moving deliberately through the forest understory. Their search focuses mainly on ripe fruit and seeds, though at times they coordinate to hunt small primates. The tools they use may appear simple, but their behavior goes far beyond instinct. It is shaped by learned tradition. Each chimpanzee community develops its own set of techniques, passed down across generations. Some groups become adept at cracking nuts with stones, while others specialize in using sticks to extract termites from their mounds. Every troop functions as a living archive of shared knowledge. Sticks probe hidden spaces, stones break open tough shells, and natural cavities along tree trunks or stream banks provide access to food otherwise out of reach. Research published in 2024 shows that chimpanzees do not rely on single tools alone. They plan ahead, carrying and using multiple tools in deliberate sequences to solve complex feeding challenges. Their diet is dominated by ripe fruit, which accounts for more than 60% of their foraging activity. Leaves, seeds, and insects such as ants and termites make up the remainder. During the rainy season, forest productivity surges. Fruit becomes plentiful. Movement increases and chimpanzees form temporary groupings, adjusting their social structure to take full advantage of the seasonal abundance. High above the forest floor, another hunter keeps watch from the bare limb of a tree. This is the martial eagle, an imposing raptor with a wingspan that can approach 2.6 meters, making it the largest bird of prey in Africa. From this vantage point, its exceptional eyesight scans the canopy for young monkeys or large birds moving through the foliage. Once a target is selected, the descent is swift and exact. At this time of year, warm air rising from the land creates powerful updrafts that the martial eagle uses as natural aerial highways. Riding these currents, it can glide for hours across its hunting range with minimal wing beats, conserving energy as it surveys the landscape below. Within the forest ecosystem, this eagle plays a crucial role by regulating populations of smaller birds and insect eaters. It functions as the apex predator of the skies, maintaining balance in much the same way large carnivores do on the ground. Yet, despite its dominance in the air, the species faces growing vulnerability. Since 2020, the International Union for Conservation of Nature has listed the martial eagle as endangered, a reminder that even the most powerful hunters are not immune to the pressures shaping the modern world. As the sun sinks behind the burning African horizon, the battlefield of survival slowly settles. After relentless chases, sudden ambushes, and moments where life and death are separated by a single heartbeat, the land returns to an uneasy stillness. Here, every breath is earned, and survival is never a gift, it is a victory claimed through endurance. In this unforgiving world, some lives are lost so that countless others may continue. It is a harsh yet essential rule, one that has preserved the balance of the wild for thousands of years. The resilient press forward, the vulnerable fade away, and the endless cycle prepares to begin again with the first light of dawn. Between beauty and brutality, this untamed land continues to tell its story, a story shaped by instinct, resilience, and an unbreakable will to endure. Africa remains alive, not because life is easy here, but because it refuses to surrender.